It's beginning to look a lot like Blitzmas. Shells flying everywhere. Take a look around the map. A 183's bout to slap and take away your health. Well, I don't really know what that was, but I do gotta say, it was worth hitting my funny bone several times trying to get that skit down packed. But you already know, man, we gotta spread those holiday vibes somehow, and what better way to do such in the mighty king of the Bonkeroos, aka Mr. FV215B183. The most feared tank destroyer by the majority of players in this game. And surprisingly enough, Wargaming buffed this vehicle yet again. As camo factors got changes for all tank destroyers, they decided to do such for this tank, but the only problem with that is that it could still be kerblunkered and spotted off in the back of the map. And it also got a dispersion buff, so it got more accuracy in terms of its dispersion, which is actually quite insane to even think about. Alrighty, so in terms of TDs for this battle, they have another 183, a Foch, and a Waffentrager off Panzer IV. So let's see how we can fare well and see if we've got the Christmas spirit on our side. Merry Christmas, by the way, everybody, but by the time I am recording this video, it is 11:56, almost Christmas Day, as I am recording it on December 24th, but this video will be uploaded on December 25th. Well, it basically will be December 25th here in a couple minutes by the time I'm recording this video, so let's see how we can fare well. Don't really want to get kerblunkered to what's peeking off in the backside of the map over here, so I'm really just going to wait and see what's going to poke. We got a Comp Panzer 70 making a very aggressive maneuver, and just like that, that is 1,100 damage taken out of his vehicular. He really didn't expect that to be coming, so let's go ahead and plop on our adrenaline real quick and see if we can maybe get a clear into this enemy Comp Panzer. So, alright, so it looks like that he is backing on up. He does not want to mess with me apart from that. Whoop, maybe he's going to poke. Alright, well, we got the enemy 183 off to the side. He's not able to be spotted apart from that. We also got the Waffentrager coming in hot off in the back of the map. So, now that I have a chance to mosey my vehicle off over to the side, we can get out of this danger zone and deal with some more of these enemies. Ooh, we got the 183 maybe wanting to come on out and play with us. So, let's go ahead and plop ourselves right here, just for the time being. We also got the E50 who can maybe spot. Fortunately not, so only thing that we can possibly do is see if this 183 ends up making a dire mispoke and see if we can get a nice tap into his vehicle. Well, without worrying about that E50 at the same time. Okay, well, the 183 is not going to mosey on out, surprisingly enough. We got the Object 140 off to the side. He's going to plop himself downward. And it's about time that we got to get on out of here. Oh, come on, 183, before you get kerblunkered by the Foch. Let's go. All right, we managed to get out of there just in the nick of time. Not Saint Nick pun, by the way, I should say. Alright, well, we gotta get on up over here, as it looks like that we are gonna be flanked by these two, unfortunately enough. So, let's just go ahead and plop ourselves right along over here. This Foch can't really do nothing about us as he's caught on a ridgeline. So, let's go ahead and do 160 on his vehicle, surprisingly enough. And now the freaking 140 is going to out-GPM us to the best of his ability. And my team is not going to support me apart from the long run. So I do got to prevent this guy from getting further taps into me. Alright, and there's another solid tap into him. So let's go ahead and real quickly see if we can get a nice tap into him. We're going to have to stay put right here. We got the Foch coming on up. We can maybe get a clear into his vehicle if he does make an aggressive poke, which it looks like that he does, and that is the rest of his hit points dealt towards him. We got the Object 140 once again. He's coming directly in hot on me, and that's why you don't poke when you have support coming in behind you, good sir. Alright, so let's go ahead and mosey our way up. We got the Emil. Ooh, I do not want to poke that, so let's go ahead and back on up quickly. Alright, there we go. Alright, so the possible explanation that we can maybe take advantage of is just by continuing to back on up, see if we can get some more taps. We got the Waffentrager off to the back, he gets cleared, that's really good. We got Senior Emil 2 off to the side. I'm really hoping that these vehicles end up coming through off in the open right over here, so they can start dealing with our E100 instead of having to deal with us at the moment. Alright, so the Emil gets absolutely kerblunkered off in the back. So I am going to do this fairly carefully and see if I can clear these two without having to get bonked by the enemy 183, hopefully, if he's off chillaxing off in the backside of the map over here. Alright, so let's go ahead and mosey our way right around over here. I'm just going to hide right here in case of that 183 is off in the back, outspotting us to the best of his ability. So, let's just go ahead and wait and see if these guys are possibly going to be flanking us, which it looks like that they possibly are going to do. There's the 183. Alright, and we got the E50 that decided to make a very aggressive poke. 183 gets cleared. That's really good. We got the Emil off to the side as well. He cannot see us, unfortunately enough. So let's go ahead and see if we can get a tap into his vehicle real quick. Unfortunately, our E100 gets cleared, but that Emil is coming in hot. Let's go ahead and low roll for 316, and that is our game right there. But this VK90 should have this game. I don't really know how or why our freaking Hesh decided to low roll, unfortunately enough. So it looks like that this VK is going to get the clear into this Emil, it looks like. As it does look like that he is going to possibly win this game. Yes! Beautiful play there, Mr. VK. That is why you are in one of the I wouldn't say top clans, but I think at least top 15, if I should say. I don't really know, but I don't really pay that much attention to comp in terms of the lineups and all of that. But in this game, we were still able to do 24-25, pulling out a third class in this one, doing fourth on the team, and it looks like we had a pretty solid game right here in terms of our top 3 fighters. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and plop on into our second game. Just got to go ahead and resupply real quick before we do so, and spread more joy to our enemies, apart from the most feared tank destroyer in the game. And we are back once again, and in terms of their TDs, they have another 183 A Grill 15 and a Yag Panzeroo. So I'm hoping to go over to the side of the map to where the majority of my team is going. So that way, I'll let them, or rely on them to take the hits for me. So then that way, I can come on in and then get a fairly solid chunker of hit points dealt into my enemies. Alright, here we go once again. Let's go ahead and mosey on over here. Let's see what decides to want to poke right on through the back here. So we got our 215B. Going fairly aggressive. We also got our VK and our Waffentrager spotting us off in the back. So I'm just going to chill right here and see what ends up poking through this corridor. We got the enemy 183 spotted. We got the enemy K91 as well. So let's go ahead and try to be as careful as possible when trying to see what's going to poke on out through this corridor right here, as our 215B is deciding to want to go all out. So let's go ahead and plop ourselves maybe through here at the time being. See if these guys are going to continue moseying on forward. So the K91 is just sitting through right there. We got Mr. Yag Panzeroni. I don't really know if he's going to plop himself out here momentarily, but we'll just have to wait and see. We got the K91. He gets kerblunker by the VK. Alright, so we're just going to stay put right here and wait and see. Oh, their bat chat's already dead. That's surprising. Alright, I'm actually going to mosey on forward just a tiny bit. I'm going to wait for this K91 to maybe get a fire. Oh, and he hits me, surprisingly enough. I don't really know why. We got the Yag Panzeroni once again. And there's 972 hit points out of his vehicle. And that is the beauty of the 183 and what you're supposed to do if you have support. Let your vehicles, especially heavies, take the hits for you, and then fire in on your high alpha gun. Alright, so reloading again, we got the enemy K91 spotted off in the back, who we are going to get a fairly nice tap if our FV215B can move, and we are able to get the clear combined with our VK72. Alrighty then, so reloading again, the FV215B 183, apart from the enemy's behalf, has taken a pretty solid chunker of hit points out of his vehicle. So now the VK is going to aim right on in again. We're probably going to get another nice tap into this enemy Yag Panzeroni, which doesn't end up being the case, but we do got the enemy T57 heavy, and unfortunately not able to get that tap out. Whoa, buff dispersion, and that's what it does to me, is that it screws me. Whoa, okay. Anyways, we got the Yag once again. Just gonna wait for him to fire. Alright, and now we're gonna mosey on through towards the enemy T-57 Heavy right over here. Oh, never mind. I guess we're going to have to clear the enemy 183. All right, 52 health. That is a fairly solid outcome in terms of that. So we're just going to mosey on forward then. I don't really know if I'm going to get any more hit points dealt into my enemies. Ooh, we got the grill. Ooh, we got the grill. Oh, yes, we got the grill out in the open. 3, 2, 1. Yes, 1108. There we go. Another solid tap into his vehicular. And now all that's left is the enemy T-57 Heavy, who it looks like that we are going to maybe get a nice solid tap. Ooh, 1158 out of his vehicle. So 3, 2, 1, and unfortunately not able to get that tap out. But that's the problem with having two 183s on the same team, is that one of them steals or takes the majority of damage over the other one. But in this one, we were still able to do another 2,300 damage in this one, to pull out another third class and do third on the team once again. And yep, just like I said, relying on our heavies to do the majority of the work for us, which is a good sign. And now finally, let's go ahead and plop on into our final and third game and continue forward with spreading the Christmas cheer. It is now 12:05 in the morning, and it is Christmas Day. Whoa. So here we go, and in terms of their TDs, they have another 183, of course, because that's what you'd see in every lineup nowadays, including a Foch and a Yak Tiger. So let's see how we can fare well in this battle. I'm going to go to my favorite spot right over here and support my mediums. So we're just going to mosey on through right over here, and then just plop ourselves right behind the bush and see how we could fare well. So here we go. Okay. Who is going to be the unlucky victim in this one to get bonked? Or point their tank out in the open? We shall find out and see. Oh, well, it looks like some of their enemies are in the base, so let's go ahead and back up, shall we? And see if we can deal with the flank. Alright, well, we got a T-57 Heavy already spotted off in the back. And there's the majority of their enemies right off to the side. So, it looks like that the 57 Heavy is going to be the first unlucky victim, apart from our team's behalf, of getting absolutely kerblunked in terms of all of his hit points. And that is exactly what is happening to his vehicular. So now we're going to head right on through right over here and see if we can get a nice tap into some of these guys. We got the Object 260 that's moseying his vehicle out in the open. Would have been able to get that tap out apparently, but unfortunately not. So, alright, we got the 183 off to the side, and it looks like our enemies are surrounding our ally E4, which is unfortunate. So it looks like that we're going to have to do something about that. Ooh, we got the Foch. We got the Foch. Oh my god, that is .34 dispersion working at its finest, ladies and gentlemen, once again, and due to the fact that I have the worst RNG in this game. Alright, so let's see if we can make up that shot on this enemy Foch right over here. So it looks like that he's going to mosey on out. We also got the enemy 183 off to the side, who looks like that we might get a pretty solid tap into his vehicular, unless that Foch ends up poking on out a second time, which it looks like that he's going to. We also got the 452 off to the side. Alright, oh, Foch is moseying on out. There's 1130, 88 hit points taken out of his vehicle, and he is cleared. Alright. So, let's go ahead and reload once again. We got the 260 off to the side, who it looks like we could get a fairly solid tap into him. We also got the enemy 183. Ooh, I would love to get a kerblunker into his vehicle. So, let's go ahead and reload. Wow, he hits that on the move? Bruh, that is crazy. And now I'm getting kerblunkered by the E50. How does a 183 do that? I do not know, but .34 dispersion RNG seems to work apart from his behalf. Oh my god, I'm still being tunneled by this enemy E50, which is kind of rad. We got the 452K, not able to do anything towards him. Oh, but he's looking like to move forward. And there's another 1100 hit points brought out of his vehicle. Ha ha ha. That is the power of the 183, just able to chunk in terms of your average alpha. We got the Object 260. We're plopping on our adrenaline real quick. And we are going to get the easy clear into his vehicular. And that is game once again. Finally a game to where we were able to break past 3,000 damage and 100% spread the holiday cheer. In terms of that, putting us second on the team finally. Once again, I hope you guys have a fairly Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and that is all she wrote in terms of Santa's sleigh being in the mighty king of the Bonkeroos. So hopefully you guys did end up enjoying today's video, and if you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and make sure to turn on those bell notifications while you're at it so you do not miss out on any new videos. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out, y'all.